Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Azalia Akila and today I will present about the territorial incursions for the non-traditional issue in Southeast Asia. The question is, why does this happen? Why does territorial incursions happen? It is because of the positions of natural resources such as rivers, fertile farmland or petroleum resources, although the disputes can also be driven by culture, religion, and ethnic nationalism. We proceed to the brief summary of the events that happened in 2013. So, this event is happened in Sabah. So, as we can see that since a group of 200 persons from the Royal Sulu Force invaded the eastern Malaysian state of Sabah in February 2013, Malaysia authorities have been on high alert for possible repeat attacks. The eastern seaboard of Sabah is particularly vulnerable to small-scale invasions as well as organized crimes such as kidnap for ransom (KFR) cases due to its proximity to the Philippines' southernmost island. It takes only 20 minutes by speedboat to travel between the nearest points of both countries and 1,400 km coastline. They were delivered by Jamalu Kiram III, one of the Sultanate of Sulu's contenders to the throne. Their goal was to press their unresolved claim to North Borneo's territory. During the ensuing standoff, 56 of his followers, as well as 6 civilians and 10 Malaysian soldiers were killed. Next is the solutions of the issue that arise in 2013. So, on March 25, 2013, the Malaysian government established the Eastern Sabah Security Zone (ESS Zone), which covers 10 districts along Sabah's eastern coast. To the number 2, which is the government established the Eastern Sabah Security Command to implement a zone, and as a first step toward resolving the area's many complex cross-sectoral difficulties which are enriched in decades of policy abeyance, mismanagement, and manipulation (ESCOM). Because the waters of Sabah within Malaysia's exclusive economic zone (EEZ) have been the site of apparent territorial challenges in recent years, Minister in the Prime Minister Department Shahidan Kasim reported to Parliament that planned vessels had encroached into Malaysia's maritime zone 10 in the South China Sea nearly once a year in 2011. In 2013, this incursion occurred around Beting Serupai, Beting Patinggi Ali, which is South Lukunia Shoal, and Beting Raja Jarum, North Lukunia Shoal, all within Malaysia's EEZ. So the government comes out with the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency (MMEA) and the Royal Malaysian Navy (RMN) have enhanced patrol in the Beting Patinggi Ali area. The frequency of these patrols increased by roughly 30% from 2014 to 2015. So, we move to the next slide, which stated the initiatives of government to strengthen the nation. The first thing is the government prioritized socio-economic policy to support the nation's welfare and prosperity and taking a holistic approach to security. So after all, the government's mandate is to ensure the welfare of its citizens, which must convert into concrete and immediate fiscal measure in order to be perceived as effective. Number 2, to prevent unnecessary worry, concern, and or queries from others, the government takes a typically low-key approach to defense and security budget. And for the budget restrictions have forced Malaysia's military modernization plans to be pared back to far more modest levels throughout the years. So despite these basic requirements, the Ministry of Defence budget of 70.3 billion ringgit for 2060 focus on much needed military capacity building, 6 literary combatant ships, a very short-range air defense weapon system, armor vehicles, and the A400 MA bars were also purchased with this money. Unmanned airborne system UAS were also offered to the Malaysian Armed Forces MAF to boost their intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance ISR capabilities. This trend continues in the 2070 budget. The security sector will receive 5.3 billion, a modest rise over last year, although defense spending will drop to 15.1 billion ringgit in 2017. Okay, that is just from me about the territorial incursions. Thank you.